I have to discuss about the business mathematics test, right? So I have floated 10 questions, right? And I have floated exercise questions also. So Polly, batch 8, they have not received practice questions link, right? Which I have shared with you. So kindly share the practice questions link with batch 10 also, batch also.
Okay, sir.
Is it okay, Polly? Yeah, chalo. So yeah. So, what is the first question? Calculate the effective rate if nominal rate is 9% and it is to be compounded monthly, right? What we have to calculate the effective rate. So first I will write down the nominal rate here. Okay, what is the nominal rate? Nominal rate is 9%, right? Nominal rate is here now 9%. And you see here, compounding is to be done monthly, right? Compounding is to be done monthly. So in a year, how many compounding will take place? In a year, 12 times compounding will take place, right? And we have to calculate the effective rate, right? What we have to do, we have to calculate the effective rate. Now, if we want to calculate the effective rate, right? So what we have to do, we have to apply the effect formula. So what is the formula? Formula is equal to effect, right? We have to select the nominal rate and we have to select 12 here, right? Once we will press enter here, so we will get the answer that is 9.38%. So what is the effective rate? Effective rate is 9.38%, right? If you see, next question is calculate the effective rate if nominal rate is 9% and compounding is to be done quarterly, right? If you see, next question is calculate the effective rate if nominal rate is 9% and compounding is to be done quarterly, right? If nominal rate is 9% and compounding is to be done quarterly, right? So 4 times compounding will take place in a year. And what is going to be the formula? Formula is going to be effect, open up the bracket, 9%, then 4 compounding you have to select, that is number of period, and answer is going to be 9.31%, right? Then if we read the next question, Raman invested 1,50,000 rupee into FD account and he will be receiving 6% interest per annum, which is to be compounded quarterly, right? Compute the final amount he will be receiving after 5 years. How much he has invested? He has invested 1,50,000 rupees, right? And if you see, he will be receiving 6% interest per annum. If you write down the interest here, so he will be receiving 6% interest per annum, right? But if you see, which is to be compounded quarterly, right? So how many compounding will take place here in a year? Number of compounding is going to be 4 times, right? Number of compounding is going to be here 4 times, right? So here I will write down 4 times, right? And what is the maturity? Maturity is here 5 years, right? Maturity is given here 5 years, right? Now here we have to do, we have to calculate the future value, right? That today if you are investing only 50,000, after 5 years, how much you will be getting, right? Now, if you see here, if I talk about compounding, so compounding is to be done for quarterly, right? Now how many times compounding will take place in 5 years? If 4 times in 1 year, so how many compounding will take place in 5 years? It is going to be NPER, right? So 4 times in a year, so in a 5 it will be 20 times, right? And what is going to be the compounding interest? That is going to be small r. What is going to be quarterly interest? It is going to be 6% divided by 4. So this is going to be the quarterly interest, that is 1.5%, right? Now if I want to calculate future value, simply what I have to do, I have to use the future value formula. So here it is going to be FV, open up the bracket, rate is 1.5%, number of period is here 20, right? Then PMT is going to be 0 because you are not making regular payments, right? After that, what is the invested amount or present value? Present value is 1,50,000, then comma 0, right? Then close the bracket. And here answer is going to be 2,02,028 rupees, right? This is going to be the next question. If I do here, Raman invested 1,50,000 into the FD account and he will be getting 6% interest per annum interest, which is to be compounded half yearly, right? Compute the final amount he will be receiving after 5 years. Here what we have to do, we have to compute the final amount which he will be receiving after 5 years. Now there is a difference in question. Here we have seen that compounding is done quarterly, and here if you see the question, compounding is done half yearly. Nothing you have to do, right? Nothing you have to do. Only you have to change the duration of compounding, right? Only here you have to change the duration of compounding, right? So instead of 4 times compounding, here 2 times compounding will take place, right? And here there will be change in the interest rate. Interest rate is going to be now divided by 2, right? Divided by 2 here. So what is going to be the answer? Answer is going to be like 1000. Then in case if you are not able to understand, just write down in the chat box. I will repeat it again. Right? Then Raman took a loan of 50 lakh with an interest rate of 14% per annum. Maturity is 10 years. You have to calculate the EMI, right? What is the loan amount? Loan amount 50 lakh rupees. Right? How much is the loan? Loan is 50 lakh here. Should change the format. Loan is how much here? Loan is 50 lakh. Loan is 50 lakh here, right? Now, if you see interest is given here, interest is 14%. We have to calculate EMI. EMI means equated monthly installment. So what is going to be the monthly interest rate? Monthly interest rate is going to be 14 divided by 12. That's going to be 1 point something. Right? It is going to be 1.167%. This is the monthly interest rate, right? And maturity is given here, 10 years, right? So what is going to be the NPR in this case? What is going to be NPR? NPR means number of period, right? How many EMIs you will be paying? Here, if I write down NPR, how many EMIs you will be? In a year, you have to pay 12 EMIs, right? So in 10 years, how many EMIs you will pay? That is going to be 12 into 10, 120, right? You will be paying 120 EMIs, right? In a year, you will be 120 EMIs, right? Now, if you see here, if I want to calculate the EMI, what is going to be the amount of EMI? So here we have to use PMT formula, right? Open up the bracket. PMT, open up the bracket. Rate is 1.167%. The number of period is 120. Present value of loan is how much? It is 50 lakh, right? We have to take here minus 50 lakh, right? Then future value is 0 and type we have to take here 0, right? And we have to close the bracket, right? So here what is going to be the answer? Answer is going to be 77,633, right? This is going to be the answer. So hopefully you understood how to do such kind of questions, right? Rajiv decided to invest 20,000 every quarterly, right? What Rajiv will be doing? Rajiv will be investing 20,000 rupees, right? Rajiv will be investing 20,000 rupees, right? Every quarterly, right? So he will be investing 20,000 and this 20,000 is going to be payment. And he has to make payment of 20,000 every quarter, right? And what is going to be the maturity? Maturity is going to be here 5 years, right? And if he is making quarterly payment, right? Here, if he is making quarterly payment, right? So how many payments he will be making in a year? He will be making 4 times payment in a year, right? How many payments he will be making? He will be making 4 times payment in a year, right? Hopefully understood. He will be making 4 times payment in a year, right? So what is going to be the NPR? NPR in this case is going to be 4 into 5, right? NPR is going to be 4 into 5, that is 20 times, right? That is 20 times, right? Now further, if you see what is the rate given here, rate is 5%, right? Rate is 5%, and which is to be compounded quarterly, right? Obviously, rate is to be compounded quarterly. So here we will do 5% is the rate. What is going to be the R in this case? R is going to be, only we have to take, R is going to be 5% divided by 4, right? Once you get this data, now after that calculation is very easy. Simply what you have to do, you have to apply the formula, and in fraction of seconds you can get the answer, right? So write down the formula here. So formula is going to be future value, open up the bracket, rate is given 1.5%, NPR is given here 20, right? Then after, if you see payment, so every year what you have, every quarter you have to pay 20,000 rupees payment. What is the present value? Present value is 0 and remaining is also 0, right? So your answer is going to be 4,51,259 is the correct answer. This is similar to previous question, right? So you can solve this question by your own. Now, if you see question number 8 is given here, right? What question number 8 says here, you have to do, you have to calculate the standard deviation. And here, what you have to do, you have to calculate the standard deviation. So we have seen the formula for standard deviation. Here, share price of Adani Limited is given. So here we have to use STDEP.P, right? This is the formula which we have to use to calculate standard deviation. Right? We will select all the values, right? And we will close the bracket. So standard deviation is going to be how much here? Here, standard deviation is going to be 12.35, right? So this is how we have to calculate the standard deviation, right? So if you see the price is fluctuating a lot, so what fluctuation you will see on the next day, right? It is 12.35. Can go, the share price can increase by 12.35 rupees, or there could be a fall of 12.3 rupees in the share price, right? So let's suppose if today's price is 367, so there are chances that tomorrow price will reach 367 plus 12.35. It may reach 367. Hey, what the hell? Why taking percentage? It may reach 380 rupees. Otherwise, today's price is 367. It can buy 12.35 rupees and it may reach 355 rupees also, right? So correct answer is 12.35. Now here we have to calculate the variance by using the same question. So what is going to be the variance? We have to use the formula var.p, open up the bracket, and you have to select these values and you will get the answer, right? Acha, one more thing I would like to let you know, in detail we will be discussing about. Now here we have to calculate the variance by using the same question. So what is going to be the variance? We have to use the formula var.p, open up the bracket, and you have to select these values and you will get the answer, right? Acha, one more thing I would like to let you know, in detail we will be discussing about these questions, right? We will be discussing about standard deviation and variance by taking lots of practical questions. We will be using manual concepts also, right? So we will discuss each and everything about variance and standard deviation in coming lessons, right? In financial instrument topic or in credit topic, we will discuss each and every concept in detail, right? We will discuss each and every concept in detail. So you don't have to worry if you are having a little bit idea about standard deviation. We will take lots of practical cases and there we will discuss standard deviation. Somebody is asking me to solve question number 7. I will solve question number 7. Raju bhai decided to invest, right? Raju decided to invest 5,60,000 today for 10 years, right? How much he has decided to invest? He has decided to invest 5,60,000, right? For 10 years, right? Maturity is given here, 10 years. Then he will be receiving 8.5% interest. Interest is 8.5%. 8.5% is the interest rate, compounded quarterly. If I talk about compounding, so how many times compounding will take place? Compounding will take place for 4 times in a year. Right? Compounding will take place for 4 times in a year. Right? So compounding will take place for 4 times in a year. Right? Now here what we have to do, we have to calculate. Manu decided to receive for 10 years and he will be receiving 8.5% quarterly. There is problem in question, right? Here maturity should be 5 years. Here there is a problem in question. So I will recorrect this question. There is a problem in this question. So I have to recorrect this question. I will recorrect this question. So there is a problem in question. यहाँ पे 10 साल भी दिया हुआ है, 5 साल भी दिया हुआ है, जो कि गलत question गलत है. So I have to recorrect this question. So I will recorrect this question. Don't worry. Yeah. What is the interest on 1600 for 1 year at the rate of 3.5% you will be receiving, right? So how much interest you will be receiving if you are investing 1600 rupees somewhere and interest rate is 3.5%, right? Interest rate is 3.5% for 1 year, right? Here in 1 year, how much interest you will be receiving? This question is very easy. I don't know why I have put this question in the question paper. So interest is going to be 56. I will recorrect this question. Don't worry. If you are having any doubt in any other concept, so you just let me know, which we have discussed today. So definitely I will answer your questions. Do you have any other doubt? Would you like to ask any other doubt or question?
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, Vivek.
Sir, actually, yesterday I asked this question, but I'm still facing this issue. And like, can you just explain it with one example, small example, like when we have to equalize the interest with the payment frequency, and when we can just divide it by 12 and 4 and get the effective interest rate?
No, here in questions, I have not asked that question. Right? I have not asked any question kind of question paper. Right. So in next class, when we will be taking another doubt things there, you can ask this question. So definitely I will answer it. I will share the solution Excel sheet with you all in the group. Polly, please add me into the WhatsApp group with batch head. Yeah, Vivek, I will take your question in next doubt.
Okay,
here you can ask
sure,
this
sir.
question.
Thanks, sir.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. Hi.
So actually, I wanted to ask in the exam section, it is showing we have to means we have 3 attempts, but I have attempted the test today, and there is it is showing 2.
No,
attempts
you,
are allowed.
no, only one attempt allowed, right? So you will be getting one attempt only.
Okay, okay. Thank
You
you.
won't be getting two attempts.
Okay.
Any other question, guys?
Sir, please share the Excel sheets.
Definitely. If I'm there in your group, now immediately I will share the Excel sheet.
Okay, thank you.
I think I'm there in the chat. No, I'm not there in your group. Polly, please. I think Polly, she's not there. I will ask Polly to add me in batch 8, right? So I will be sharing this file. Yeah. Chalo. So if you don't have any other doubt, so I'm winding up this session because at 9:30 I'm having another session, right? So I have to go for another session. So we will meet in next lecture and I will be taking your queries. Vivek, just jot down your query somewhere and in next doubt clearing session, you can ask your question from me. Okay. Chalo.
Sure, sir. Thanks.
Yeah.